There are two big stories developing tonight involving performance-enhancing drugs in sports. One involves the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame and the players who were today turned away. The other, Lance Armstrong, who appears ready to open up to Oprah. Here with all of it tonight, NBC's Ann Thompson.
Today, Baseball Hall of Fame voters pitched a shutout.
For only the 8th time since voting began in 1936, the voting membership did not elect anyone to Cooperstown.
3 stars of baseball's steroids era denied. Barry Bonds, who went from this to this as he became baseball's career home run king. Sammy Sosa, who hit 609 round trippers. And Roger Clemens, 7-time Cy Young Award winner. All fell far short of the 75% of the vote by sports writers needed to be enshrined in Cooperstown. Thomas Boswell, sports columnist for The Washington Post, says it's appropriate that the trio are in what he calls a public relations prison.
They don't have to give the money back. They don't have to give the fun and the fame back. They just don't get to be in the Hall of Fame.
None of the 3 have ever admitted to using performance-enhancing drugs. Confession has not helped slugger Mark McGwire. He finally admitted using performance-enhancing drugs in 2010, but for the 3rd straight year was not elected, with a shrinking number of votes. Next week, cyclist Lance Armstrong will sit down with Oprah Winfrey for what's being billed as a no-holds-barred interview. His first since being stripped of his 7 Tour de France titles and banned for life by the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency for being the mastermind of what it termed the most sophisticated doping program sport has ever seen. The expectation is Armstrong will finally admit what he's denied for years.
I do believe, if we take Armstrong, for example, that we want to see him as we once saw him. Forgiveness will come easily to Lance, I think.
So where does this leave fans who often see athletes as gods? Here's what columnist Boswell told his son at 8 years old.
You don't look up at them. You shouldn't look down on them. You should just look right at them.
Today, Hall of Fame voters didn't like what they saw. Ann Thompson, NBC News, New York.